Hi class, so this is going to be your first video in preparation for activity 1.1.1. In this activity, students will be able to explore sets and notations. So let's go ahead and describe what a set is. So a set is a well-defined collection of elements. These are typically represented as numbers. Here below, we see this set here. This is the set of all integers from 0 to 9. And we indicate these sets by first starting off with braces. We then have each element that goes in, and we end it with a brace. Okay. Now, we can also have what is known as the empty set. This guy right here is our empty set. This empty set is a set that contains no elements. This is not to be mistaken if we have a set of 0. This is incorrect because 0 is an element. So an empty set means no elements whatsoever. As far as notation and symbols, we're going to go ahead and go over this list. So this value of n is our natural numbers. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Z is what we'll use as far as integers. Those are going to be your numbers from negative all the way to our positive values. Okay, so examples of these could be like negative 8, 80, 1000. These are all integers. Q, and this will be a new one for some of us, is the set of rational numbers. These are numbers that can be written in the form of A over B, where A and B are elements of Z and B cannot be 0. In other words, these are fractions. Okay. That can be written in this form. These are numbers that have some type of like a finite, and I like to think of these like all your integers are considered rational numbers, but then if we have a number, and let's say 10 divided by 3, and if you did that calculation, you would see that we would get 3.3333. These numbers have a pattern to it, so we also want to look for patterns. Okay, 3.33333. These will go on forever. These are rational numbers because it can be written as 10 over 3. We will also see other examples of rational numbers, but typically this is what falls, and we'll discuss this further in class tomorrow. As far as irrational numbers, these are numbers that cannot be written as fractions. An example of that would be pi. Pi is a number that we cannot write as a fraction other than pi over 1. There is no number divided by another number that gives us a value of pi. There are numbers that we could set up that would be very close, but nothing that is exact. Also, anytime that we have square root values or rational values that don't give us numbers with identifiable decimals, this is also going to be an irrational number. Same thing as far as the square root of 5. Okay, so real numbers. A set of real numbers consists of all rational and irrational numbers. Commonly, these numbers are described as numbers that have points on the number line. So these are going to include all of our actual numbers, except we cannot talk about imaginary numbers. These are no good. These are not real numbers. Now the set of all complex numbers, okay, these are going to be our imaginary numbers. These are numbers that we will include with I, or if we see the square root of any negative values. And that could also be based off of square roots cube roots, but we'll dig deeper into that in tomorrow's lesson 1.1.1.